All right, we are here and very excited to share with you some cryptocurrencies and the practical use and efficiencies. So let's get this thing underway. We wanted to share and come back and definitely share with you the slides that we were not able to share before. So I'm going to kick this thing off and get my screen popping up here. All right, cryptocurrencies with practical use. This is what we wanted to share on Crypto Corner with Keisha. So there's your big hug. Let's kick this thing off. So the first cryptocurrency that we wanted to share first up is Bitcoin. Now, super kudos to Bitcoin for being the grandfather coin. We love, love, love Bitcoin. Definitely decentralized. It is the powerhouse and designed with the cap. Like Robert Kiyosaki says, Bitcoin is the people's money. I love the cap of 21 million. So the bankers just can't go around printing up as much as they want when they want, right? We love that there's no central authority and that they're managing transactions. Oh my gosh, we love that. Love that. And it's peer to peer, wide open on the blockchain. That we love about our Bitcoin and the purpose and functionality of Bitcoin, right? Payment, store of wealth, the alternative to traditional banking system. This operation of decentralization has built and made us have the ability to have trust, right? I can trust the fact that my Bitcoin's worth what my Bitcoin's worth because nobody's just printing up a ton of it, and I don't need a big bank or a third party taking out additional or extra fees. So typically the waiting is a lot better, right? Especially for remittance. So love that part about Bitcoin. Now, a little fun fact, of course, we got to give a little bit of extra homage to Bitcoin. Now, there's about 5,400 cryptos being traded on the market. So, as of midsummer, it's why we put this one up. 860 cryptos listed on Coin Market Cap, and of 145 billion dollars, Bitcoin reigned with 80 billion in market cap. Now, that is simply amazing. So, we definitely wanted to give kudos to Bitcoin for that, and we believe that Bitcoin definitely has achieved its goal peer to peer, decentralized, and we don't need the big bankers. And so we're able to buy shoes, books, houses, everything. We can simply wallet to wallet, we can swipe and pay. We love being able to use Bitcoin. And we don't need a third party to do so. So now listed down below, you'll see there the New York based company Magnum. They've even gotten the game with BTC USD, allowing people at 1.87% to purchase homes. Now, of course, that's not the first home that was ever bought with Bitcoin, as you and I both know that you can do a wallet to wallet for Bitcoin. So, but we just wanted to highlight that Bitcoin has definitely met its purpose, right? Being able to make purchases with the Bitcoin. So, I think that is super cool. Payment peer to peer, they've done their purpose. So now comes Ethereum. Now, this is a crypto that's much more than just payments. So we got the peer-to-peer with Bitcoin. Now, Ethereum is a decentralized compensation. Now, this is amazing. I love this because when we think about Bitcoin, we're thinking about being able to pay stuff. Now, Ethereum does much more than that. It has really opened up the game for us. I love this because it runs on code. So here's the thing though. This is a big thing. When we think about Bitcoin, think of it as an app. When we think about Ethereum, you think of it as the app store. Ethereum just simply runs any decentralized application that's running on its network. So this is a powerhouse in itself. Ethereum's blockchain is a testimony to the fact that it's achieving its objective. Money, content, shares, anything of value is we're able to use this on the Ethereum blockchain. This is cool. We're able to do smart contracts and dApps. Now we're going to go through some terms later, but when we think of smart contracts, just code. What are dApps? Decentralized applications. And we'll break down some terms later, but Ethereum has met its goal when we think about its capability and what it's brought to the blockchain. I want you to think owning a physical item in the digital form. Think of the tokenization of an asset. That is what Ethereum's functionality and effective use has brought to us. So, two things when you take this away with Ethereum, we are trading as digital currency. So, we can exchange in a digital currency, but we're also able to run applications and we're able to monetize the work. Thank you, Ethereum, for coming to the stage. That's why it made our share today. Now we've got another share that we're going to share. But before we get to that coin, did you know that Bitcoin was not anonymous? Yes, that's right. It exists on the public blockchain. So the feature of Bitcoin, it is actually pseudo anonymous and non-fungible. So the reason we wanted to bring this up is because every time I hear someone talk about the blockchain, I hear a lot of chatter about, you know, I want to say decentralized. I don't want to go centralized because, yeah, I want to stay private. Well, yeah, it's great to be decentralized, meaning just no third party, but it doesn't mean it's private. We're on the blockchain, remember? Public ledger. So there's no privacy there. But we will be sharing a coin that's a little more private. But let's break down a couple terms really quick. So we said pseudo anonymous, right? And non fungible. We like to keep things clear. No sense throwing around a $2 word. So let's break it down. So pseudo anonymous, so we think about pseudonymity. It's the appearance, but not the reality of anonymity being online. So we kind of look like we're private, but it's really not 100% privacy. And then the fungibility is so the ability of goods or services or assets being interchangeable. So basically, when I'm thinking about apples and oranges, so you can exchange the same type of service or a different type of goods and services. So you have the ability to do one or the other. So you want to think about that whenever you're swapping coins. And that's kind of another program, but we want to make sure that we explain the non-fungibility and the fungibility. But that's why we put the definition up for you so that you can do continuous studies for yourself. But to actually send or spend Bitcoin anonymously, um, some people might say you want to cover your tracks, or if you want to remain private, there is a way you can do that. That is another program, another show. Hey, visit us on cryptoliving.life. Make an appointment. We're happy to customize a program that meets your individual needs for your crypto living. But moving on, let's talk about a coin that does just that. Next up in crypto is the Monero coin. I do like this coin. Now, we didn't map out where you can find this coin, but again, contact us. We'll be happy to share. So now this coin, when we talk about being functional and effective, this is the coin's purpose and design. Anonymous, private, fungible, digital money. This is the coin that you're going to want to get involved in. You're going to want to do a little more research about. Super love this coin. So let's talk about its differences compared to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin and Monero, they are both digital currencies. Now, the difference is that Bitcoin is pseudo-anonymous, so it looks like or appears to be private, right? While the Monero coin is truly private. Now, it has used various techniques to ensure its privacy for both the sender and the receiver. Now, that's super duper awesome because it's not just one person that's being protected, but both parties and both wallets. So that is something that you're going to want to know about. So let's give them their highlights. If you're going to be looking this coin up, it's going to be the XMR coin. They came on board around 2014, and they definitely are truly anonymous and private. Love, love, love that about the coin. So want to take this time to stop and do a quick check for the vernacular. So we keep everything very, very simple. When we talk about decentralization, we are talking about currency. So here's some quick terms. Write them down, take a note. So I'll talk a little slower. So this is going to be your peer-to-peer. This is a bank-free method of use and transfer of wealth or ownership or any commodity with the need of a third party. So we don't need a third party. That's what we're talking about when we talk about decentralized currency. What is centralized currency? In a nutshell, controlled by a singular entity. And I did tell you we're going to talk about DApps again, right? Yes. So DApps are just simply decentralized applications. I put a little side note. They run on a peer-to-peer network. Super love that. That's our blockchain. And smart contracts. Nah, I wish I had a piece of paper, but we're not literally whipping out a contract, writing the contract, but it's just lines of codes that are stored on the blockchain and they automatically execute predetermined codes and conditions. Now, here's what's super important about that. You think about a landlord, right? Or the owner of the property, and I'm renting to you, right? So you're going to lease a property for me. This is super important to get if we're thinking about a smart contract. If I tell you, we write it in the terms that the rent is due on the 5th of the month, no later than the 5th, then if we wrote a smart contract, we put it in the code. If this happens, then that. So if the rent's not paid by the 5th, then the door locks. It is going to be executed on the blockchain. It's immutable. There is no excuse. Oh, I'm so sorry. I lost my phone. I lost my wallet. My bank account got frozen, but I have cash. Can I Western Union it? Uh-uh. Smart contract just executes the actual code or the agreement, just as we put on the definition for you, whatever the predetermined terms and conditions are. So I could literally write that, and if you don't pay by the 5th, the door does not unlock. So just wanted to share that as far as smart contracts are concerned. And the fungibility, the ability of goods or an asset to be interchanged with other individual goods or assets of the same type. So there you have a few definitions and terms. So if we're going to wrap this thing up, the best cryptos with real functional and effective uses. When we think about peer-to-peer payment, we're talking about our Bitcoin, the ability to run applications, payments, and even to monetize the work. Well, we highlighted the Ethereum. And then if we're thinking about the privacy and the ability to be really anonymous, well, that was the Monero or the XMR coin that we shared with you today. That's going to be the wrap up for the cryptocurrencies that we wanted to share with practical use. So I really want to say thank you for tuning in today. If this has been beneficial and you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. And we definitely wanted to bring you the slides that we put together to share with you for your crypto journey. Visit us on cryptoliving.life and have yourself an awesome day today. And before I go, here's your hug.